Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be making a wine bottle cozy. I have two examples here. This is like a pumpkin theme. This is more squash themed. We make a little tie so you can cinch the top closed. The bottle easily slides in and out. Should fit your average size wine bottle. Also good for an olive oil bottle, because not everybody drinks wine. What you're going to need is 2 shades of yarn. You can also make this in 1 shade. It's up to you. I'm going to go with a little bit of a fall themed one again. So I'm going to be using some burgundy yarn for the entire bottle. And then at the top, I'm just going to use brown like I did on this. And then I've got a little bit of green for my tie. I am using a weight 4 acrylic yarn. These are all Hobby Lobbies. I love this yarn. You will also need a 7mm hook because we're going to be crocheting with 2 strands at once. So you can either pull from each end of your skein or you can make 2 smaller balls to work with. So you'll need a 7mm hook, you'll need some scissors, and a yarn needle. And to begin, you are going to grab both of your strands like this. You're going to make a slip knot and just place that on your hook. And from there, you're going to chain 4, slip stitch into that first chain you made, and then you're going to make 12 double crochet into that center ring that we have. So for this entire pattern, I'm going to make an extended double crochet at the beginning of all of my rows instead of chaining 2 or 3 as you normally would. So to do that, you're going to pull up your loop so that it's about the size of a double crochet. You're going to yarn over just like that. You take your hook to the back and you've yarned over. You're going to insert your hook into the center, pull up both strands, yarn over, pull through for 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And that is our first double crochet. If you prefer to chain instead, you can always do that. I know this one can be a little tricky to work with when you're first starting to learn it, but it is easy to get the hang of. So that is my first. I'm going to make 11 more. All right, so I have my 12 double crochet here, as you can see, and I am going to slip stitch into the first double crochet that I made, which is my extended double crochet. So just make sure when you slip stitch, you're going under both loops. So you should be going through 4 loops since we're working with 2 strands. And now we're on to our second round. So I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to make an extended double crochet in the same space that we made our slip stitch. And again, you can chain 2 or 3 depending on how you want your double crochet to look. And then we're going to make another one in that same space. So 2 double crochet in the first, and you're going to do the same thing all the way around. You're going to put 2 double crochet into each previous stitch. So at the end of your round, you will have 24 double crochet. I'll meet you back when I've got my 24 done. I've got my 24 stitches, and now I'm just going to slip stitch into my very first double crochet, which is my extended double crochet. And the reason I do these kinds of double crochet is because I just feel like it blends a lot better. It looks pretty seamless, but you can do it in whatever way that you prefer. What you want to do before you go any further is grab the wine bottle that you have, or olive oil, whatever bottle you're making this for, and just check that your base is big enough for your bottle. So as you can see, mine slightly overlaps, just very slightly, and that means mine is good enough. If yours is too small or too big, you may need to go up or down a hook size. So once again, this is how mine looks. So you can see it's just a little bit of an overlap. And of course, this is somewhat stretchy, so just keep that in mind. So what you're going to do next is we are going to make another double crochet or extended, but we're going to go into the back loop only for that double crochet. So where we slip stitch, you're going to work into that back loop only, and you're going to make 1 double crochet in each stitch in the back loop only all the way around. So at the end of this row, you will again have 24 double crochet. So I'm going to finish my round and I will meet you back at the end. So I just finished my 24 double crochet all the way around. And again, I'm just going to slip stitch into the very first double crochet that I made. And that means we have officially finished our base. You're going to make a double crochet in the first stitch where you slip stitched, and then 1 double crochet in each stitch all the way around. So you'll have 24 stitches again. And you're going to continue this for 11 rounds. This is round 2 of the bottle. This is the base. The first round where we did the back loop only, that is the first round of the actual part that goes up the bottle. So once you have 12 rounds all together, you can stop with that color. You may need more or less depending on your tension, your rows. You may need more or less, but for this one I have 12 and I can show you. So here's my base, my first 2 rounds. This is round 3 where I did back loop only. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Make 12 rounds and then I will meet you back when we go to color change. Okay, so I have completed 12 rows all together. And what I'm going to do is just grab my wine bottle and I'm going to pull this up for a minute. I'm going to just push my wine bottle inside just to make sure that it is the height I want it to be. And as you can see, my rows end about where the bottle starts to curve in, and that's what I go for each time. So I am going to cut my yarn, and I'm going to leave the loop still there, like I'm working with it. And then my next color, I'm going to use brown. So grab whatever color you're going to use next. For 2 more rows, you're just going to do the same thing we've been doing. You're going to do 2 rows of double crochet. And then after the 2 rows, I will show you how to make this little scalloped looking edging. And I'm just going to pull it through. And then pull that to burgundy yarn tight. And I'm going to crochet over my ends. You can weave them in, crochet over them, however you prefer. And I am still starting with my extended double crochet. And again, you can use whatever double crochet method that you prefer. So I'm going to do 24 double crochet around. I'm going to do that for 2 rounds, and then I'll show you the scalloped edging. Okay, so I just completed my 2 rows with the brown. And I have already slip stitched into that first double crochet I made. And as you can see, I just wanted to point out, this is, I guess you would call it the seam. But I think it still looks a lot cleaner because of the extended double crochets that I made. It just blends a little bit better to me. What we're going to do, this is our final round. Where you slip stitch, you are going to chain 1, and then make a single crochet in that same space that you slip stitched into. And then in the next stitch, you are going to make a half double crochet and 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, you're going to make 2 triple crochet. And then in the next one, you're going to make a double and a half double crochet, and then in the next you're going to do a single crochet. So you're going to continue that pattern all the way around. We're starting over. So we've made our single crochet. We're going to make a half double and a double crochet in the next stitch. In the one after that, you will make 2 triple crochet, and in the one after that, you will make a double and then a half double together in that stitch, followed by a single crochet. So do that until you get to the end of your round. So I just made my last half double crochet. There are no stitches left. You're going to just slip stitch into that first single crochet you made. And then you can cut your yarn and then weave that in. I'm going to weave mine in just a minute. So now for the little tie part, you can do this with the leaf or without. I will show you how to make the leaf for this video. And you're actually going to need a smaller hook, which I meant to say at the beginning. So you can do either a 5 or a 5.5. Either, it does not matter. I'm going to use a 5mm for this part. You're just going to make a slip knot. Put that on your hook. You're going to chain 7. In the first chain from your hook, you're going to make a double crochet. In the next chain, you're going to make 2 triple crochet. So in the next stitch, you're going to make a triple and a double crochet. Okay, and the next one, you're going to make a double and 1 half double crochet. And the next, you're going to make a half double and a single crochet. You're going to slip stitch into the last one, chain 2, and slip stitch back where you made that first slip stitch. And then you're going to repeat what you just did. So you're going to mirror it. So in the next stitch, you're making a single and a half double crochet. In the next, you're going to make a half double crochet and 1 double crochet. So you can see it's starting to look like a leaf. In the next one, you're going to make a double crochet and a triple crochet. In the next one, you're going to make 2 triple crochet. And then the last stitch is where you made your first double crochet. You're going to make a double crochet. So you can see our little leaf took form. I'm just going to slip stitch right here. It's hard to see what exactly that is, but it's where I made my double crochet. And then I'm going to chain 75. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so I've got my 75 chains. And what I'm going to do is flip it over, and in the back bump of each chain, I'm going to slip stitch. So all the way down, I'm just going to slip stitch into the back bump of each chain until I reach my leaf. Okay, so I just finished slip stitching all the way down my little chain, and I'm just going to cut my yarn, pull that through, pull my hook out, and I'm going to weave in my ends real quick, and then I'll show you what it looks like on my wine bottle. So this is my wine bottle finished. And then for this, what I do is I just pick a random stitch from the first round of brown that I started, and I am going to weave this in and out every 2 stitches, just like that. So if you need to use a hook to do it, you can. It might be a little bit easier, but I just pull through in and out of every 2 stitches. So I made that all the way around, every 2 stitches. Now it's time to put the wine bottle in. And then to cinch it closed, I just cross it, pull it tight, and then I'll just make a little tie. You don't have to make the leaf, but I feel like it just adds a little bit more of a fall theme to it. So here is the wine bottle all finished. And that was super easy. I like using the double strands of yarn because it just works up so quickly. You could definitely do it with one strand. You just have to alter the pattern. And if you're interested in a wine bottle using only one strand of yarn, just let me know down in the comments and I can definitely work on a video tutorial for that. But that's the end of this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'd love to know what colors you're going to be using on your wine bottle cozy. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye.